Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching more episodes of The Bad Batch. Last time, we saw Crosshair still not showing that he cares one bit about his brothers from Clone Force 99. It's pretty upsetting. He was willing to just let them fry in that engine, and that was upsetting to me. So when he got burnt by the engine, I didn't really care that much. I really wish I had empathy for Crosshair, but I just don't. Not even a little. And then Cad Bane came and took Omega for the Kaminoans, who just want Omega for her DNA and then want her destroyed. The fact that we learned that she is a clone of Jango Fett, and I don't know if her being a female clone makes her Boba Fett's sister or just a female clone of Boba Fett. I mean, I know that, obviously they're not brother and sister, but, I don't know. We don't have human clones, so I guess we don't really know how those relationships work. That just opens up a door of storytelling. It really does, because now watching the Book of Boba Fett and the whole connection with Fennec, and if we saw her in the Ahsoka series, that means that we would probably see Rex and we'd probably see Hunter. Old Rex and old Hunter. I don't know the time frame of this show and Rebels, and then the time frame between Rebels and The Mandalorian. I know that The Mandalorian now took place 5 years after the fall of the Empire. So I'm guessing they're pretty old by then, at least 40 years older than they are in the show. So I'm expecting old Rex. If he shows up, I would be delighted. And I do remember seeing Boba in Clone Wars for a couple episodes, and he was probably the same age as Omega. So then I'm kind of wondering where they kept her during that whole thing. And then we saw that Fennec was hired by Nala Se to actually retrieve Omega as well, but I don't think at that point Nala Se knew that the Prime Minister was willing to dispose of Omega. So I think she's perfectly happy with the Bad Batch holding on to her. She knows that they're going to keep her safe and that they're going to save her at any cost. And I think that that was very much displayed in the last episode. They were willing to do anything, and just all of them just being so excited to see her, especially, I mean, obviously Wrecker is her bestie, but him just being like, Omega, and all of them, yelling Omega when her voice came through the radio. I think it's just a beautiful relationship. And I don't know if it's a daddy daughter relationship and uncle niece relationship, or if it's like a kinship because they're all clones of each other, but either way, I think it's a beautiful thing. So we're gonna launch into some more episodes. I didn't realize there was only 16 episodes in the season. I'm actually relieved. That way I can just get them done, because I think the second season's supposed to be released in the spring. I don't think they have a release date yet, but I need to finish, and then I need to watch all the Clone War episodes that connect everything, because I still think I'm missing a few. I'll get back to that, I'm sure. All right, let's get into it. Episode 10. Common Ground.
I can't go through with this.
Senator, it is your only option. If you do not comply with their request, you will be arrested like the other senators. Or worse.
A mandatory curfew will be put into effect for your protection. Such measures were approved by your esteemed Senator Avi Singh.
I'm sure they didn't give him much of a choice either.
If anything happens to me, follow my instructions to the letter.
Oh, he's not gonna do it.
I promise to... No. This is wrong.
It is my duty to act in your best interest. I can no longer condone this unjust occupation to scare us. But we shall not cower at their acts of oppression.
Run! Oh. What are those?
I'm sending this message on behalf of my master, Senator Avi Singh of Raxus. We require your assistance.
I wonder who's gonna answer that call. Back here.
Elmex, kid.
Better than ever. So, when's our next mission?
With 2 bounty hunters after you, it'd be wise to keep a low profile.
The kid's been through enough. She needs a break.
I've got a mission for you boys. A simple extraction on Raxus.
Simple?
You're being hired to locate and free Senator Avi Singh from his confinement.
Help a separatist? Not gonna happen. Not bringing Omega to a planet swarming with Imperials.
So leave her here with me. I'll keep an eye on her.
I don't exactly trust you either.
Good for you, Hunter.
It's in my best interest to do so, isn't it?
It's your influence, more so than anything.
Ready when you are, Sergeant.
Not this time, Omega.
I'm part of this squad too.
Then, following orders shouldn't be a problem.
Hey, Tiny, I got a mission for you. Now get scrubbing.
Wax on, wax off.
Hunter, the client is a separatist. How do we know this isn't a trap?
You don't. I get their hesitation, though. Those guys are always at the bar.
In the mood down around here.
Sorry.
Maybe if you weren't so helpless, those 4 laser brains wouldn't have left you here with me.
Ow.
What are you two looking at?
It's a really pretty planet.
I get the feeling you're setting us up.
I mean, they're not going to trust her because they're already suspicious. I like these type of missions.
You and Omega loop back around. That would be impossible, seeing as Omega is not on this mission.
Excuse me, guards. I appear to be lost.
You got her cornered.
Oh, yeah.
If you told me a Star Wars show was gonna have a kid in a bar, scrubbing the bar, I would have been like, nah.
Hear that? We got an expert here.
She's done for.
I told you.
Well, expert. What should I do next?
But I definitely would have seen an adult asking a kid to win a video game.
Win a few matches for some money?
Depends. What's my cat?
Good for you.
30%.
60.
I always feel like these droids, are just pokey and painful and shucky. Not that I wanted to see it happen, but dang.
Our position has been compromised. Follow us.
Don't forget your stupid hat. Wouldn't want to, blend in, would you? I love my boys.
Don't look down.
Yeah, leave the hat behind. Wow. Record of just being able to push the gun on a tank so it can't shoot straight it's what you'd expect.
You there.
No, I never much cared for that farce.
Okay, he can keep his hat.
Turn down that alley.
We'll be trapped in a choke point.
You're going to have to trust me.
And that is hard.
If you don't mind, please blast a hole in the wall right here.
That I can do.
Happily.
What am I doing? I must help them.
You will, Senator, but not if you are in Imperial custody.
Fair point.
She's right. Live to fight another day.
Echo giving advice to a separatist. It's growth. It really is a really pretty planet. Being from the Midwest originally, I love autumn, so that made me really happy to see. Oh, they're gonna walk in and see Omega hustling.
No one can stop this kid. Oh.
I guess it's not hustling if she actually has talent. I don't understand the rules of the game, so I have no idea how you get anywhere through it.
Where'd you learn to do that?
She's a natural.
I told you to keep a low profile. This is the opposite.
Yeah, we knew Hunter wasn't gonna be okay with it.
Omega made enough money to pay off the debt you boys owe me. You did good.
But that's exactly what Hunter was worried about, was her influence.
You really paid off our debt?
I wanted to be useful.
One match. If you win, then no more sitting out on missions. You ready for this?
Are you?
Oh, episode 11. Devil's Deal. Oh, sounds ominous. It's a bunch of Twi'leks.
For the people, when I say this partnership is most welcome. Wouldn't you agree, Sindulam?
Are we gonna get Hera? Because I might cry. I'm already crying just thinking about it.
Everything all right, General?
I should be content the war's over, but change is not always easy.
Ryloth is safe, Jam. This is what you fought for.
The clone army came to our aid. They fought with us. They fought for us.
And then they killed the Jedi.
The war has ended. Let us lay down our weapons and focus on Ryloth's future.
What a shame your daughter is not here to share in this.
Hera has other interests, Admiral.
Does that mean we're not gonna get her?
Anything suspicious yet? Let me take a look. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. Just a mining facility.
Why am I so happy to see Chopper and Hera? Baby Hera. It's just nuts.
By turning over our weapons, he's made us defenseless. I can't accept that.
What's happened now?
Sorry about this, General, but they were found inside a restricted zone.
We were just exploring.
I'm in a tough spot, Jam.
Thank you, Hauser.
The Imperial refinery is off limits, Hera. You know that. Tell me what you saw. Leave nothing out.
Champ Syndulla's proven to be more cooperative than anticipated.
Did you see how the crowd reacted to him?
Go Big Glee is your real threat.
But why is Crosshair there? She just wants to fly.
Do you still dream of flying?
Yeah, she
All
does.
the time.
You remind me of myself at your age. But I want more for you, Hera. My hope is that you won't ever have to live a life like mine.
I wonder if we'll get her in live action. That would be crazy.
Let's get moving.
I can't go.
This is a simple supply run.
Still, I think I should stay here.
All right, but I was going to let you fly this time.
Oh, manipulation.
Stop! Cover for me! Wait!
It's just so funny because in Rebels it's always chopper, 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 and in here it's chopper.
Police ship's been tagged.
No takeoffs or landings, not yet. Watch and learn.
It's like your dad making you get out of the car so he can pull into the garage. Smart. Personal story. I drove through my garage wall when I was 17. True story.
I've never seen a ship like that before.
Of course, it's our boys. How did I miss that?
Sid sent us.
Along with 3 dozen blasters and a case of thermal detonators.
Just Wrecker, like, here you go.
Can she come aboard? Okay, you can come up, but no funny business.
Funny business?
I'll be watching you.
Okay then.
Show me around.
What if Omega and Hera are friends in the future?
You sure know a lot about this. Do you fly?
Tech won't let me train until I can recite all of the ship's specifications from memory.
Jeez.
Flying is... it's about a feeling. The instruments help guide you, but you plot your course. You're free.
So you're a pilot?
But one day.
Oh, one day.
My favorite part of the ship.
God, she loves flying.
That's where I sleep.
You get to live on a starship? That's my dream. Thanks for the tour.
Anytime. Good luck.
It's a beautiful shot. I'm always so impressed by this show.
You know flying's about a feeling?
What feeling?
It's Tech. He ain't like that.
If takeoffs and landings are the hardest, isn't that more reason to teach me?
Yes.
These three were caught smuggling weapons onto the planet.
Miss Syndulla, I find your involvement in such matters to be most distressing. Cam has not committed a crime. Yet. But this Syndulla has.
So she's only a child.
She is an insurgent. Take them away.
Smuggling weapons? What was Hera thinking?
I love Chopper.
Guilty of treason.
Must intercept that convoy before it reaches the capital.
That's exactly what he wanted. That's a really cool vehicle. I love that noise.
The convoy's been targeted.
What are you waiting for? Attack!
Yes, sir.
That hesitation, though. Yeah, girl. I don't know who she is, but I like her. Cham is like kind of a badass. I can see where Hera gets it.
Tell them we surrender.
Surrender? What are you doing?
Keeping us alive, Senator.
And making Sham be the one that takes the fall for betraying the Empire. Ugh.
Chem, stop and think about what you're doing.
Oh god.
Ta's time will come.
Crosshair, you better not take him out.
Thank you for playing your part, Senator.
No, 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 Crosshair.
Arrest these insurgents for the attempted assassination of Ornfrey Tar. The Syndulla girl won't get far. Have our forces find her.
Well, I gotta watch the next episode. Obviously. Episode 12. Rescue on Ryloth. Hopefully a successful rescue on Ryloth. Because I dig Hera's parents.
Your loyal followers will be even easier to deal with. Your daughter, too.
Hauser perking up at that.
I have seen how you treat your allies, Admiral. I prefer to be your enemy.
I was there. That blast didn't come from Cham or his fighters.
Then please enlighten me. Who is responsible?
I don't know, sir. I'll locate Harrison Dula myself.
That's not necessary. Another squad is handling that.
Omega, it's Hera. You have to come back to Ryloth. The Empire's taken my parents. Sending coordinates. Please hurry. I need your help.
You gave her our comm channel.
For emergencies, and that sounded pretty urgent. We have to go.
We can't put ourselves on the line every time someone's in trouble.
Why not? Isn't that what soldiers do?
Omega got away with Hunter. You always know what Chopper's saying without knowing what Chopper's saying.
Care to tell us why the Empire's after you?
Because my father is Cham Syndulla.
The freedom fighter?
Yes, the Empire's begun targeting anyone loyal to him.
What do you want us to do?
Free my parents from the capital. That's where they're being held. Please? I don't have anyone else to ask.
Let's see what we're up against first. But no guarantee.
Wait until I find out Crosshair's here.
The shocking attack on your beloved senator has left you shaken, but Orn Freetar's condition continues to improve.
He got shot in the head.
Hunter, Crosshair's here.
Great. Just what we need. Well, I say we fly in and blow our way out.
Of course you do.
This is a military occupation. Ryloth's not a separatist planet.
Exactly my point.
There you go. I really can't stand how easy it is for Crosshair to attack his brothers. It drives me crazy. I know he can't control it. It still drives me crazy.
He's a voice the people stand behind. That makes him a threat to the Empire. Crosshair will expect an attack. The element of surprise is gone. All the money in the galaxy won't matter if we're dead. It's not worth the risk.
Oof.
You shouldn't have said that. She's trying to save her family, Hunter. I'd do the same for you.
Clone Force 99 is on Ryloth.
We have a battalion of troopers right outside.
That's not enough. I know what they're capable of.
Yeah, you do.
Since your squad is yet to locate Hera Syndulla, I suggest you stay on task, or I will find someone who can.
Ryloth is your home. You know it better than us.
Yes, I do.
Got a lesson in flying on the last one, got a lesson in strategy in this one. Balance.
So please, if you know where she is, tell me. I'll protect her.
Like how you swore to protect Ryloth? We trusted you, Hauser. I won't make that mistake again.
Reinforcements will be diverted from the capital.
We can use that distraction to rescue Hera's parents.
All right, you two go with Chopper as backup, but at a distance.
Really?
By themselves. Echo and I will scale the capital wall and free Hera's pen. I guess we'll follow your lead.
5-6 episodes ago, never would I think that Omega would be on a mission by herself with another kid. Now I have no problem with it. Definitely capable. I think Chopper's probably one of my favorite droids. Like, I love me R2-D2, but like, and even BB-8. But Chop is just a sassy droid. And he's voiced by Dave Filoni.
We need to take the console offline.
How are we going to do that?
With one of those. You said you wanted to be a pilot, right?
Yeah?
Well, come on.
My parents would never approve of this plan.
I won't tell if you won't.
Girl gang.
Has Chopper deactivated the perimeter cannons?
Hera and I are working on it. Just don't shoot down our shuttle.
I mean, she needed to tell him what was up. Oh, she's never taken off before. Go! Yeah, they should have helped let her practice. Nice.
Omega, I'm registering multiple explosions near the refinery.
That was us. Cannons are down. Do some damage, Wrecker.
Yeah, you can.
What are you doing here?
Breaking you out.
But I didn't hire them for this.
Hera did.
We are getting the hang of this.
Yes, your dangerous and uncontrolled maneuvering is as confusing to them as it is to us.
Being a noob sometimes is good.
That's not their target.
Look at that scar on the side of his head. Eesh. Oh, Crosshair, you drive me crazy.
Chap, wait. You're walking into a trap. There's a squad out there waiting.
Why should we trust you?
Because I'm on your side. I'm sorry, General. I should have stopped this sooner.
Our fight for Ryloth is not over.
You can't stay here. They'll know you helped us.
I will not abandon my squad. They're good men. Brothers, what are we doing? We came here to free Ryloth from Separatist control, not be a part of it any longer. Who will stand with me?
Arrest those traitors.
I love when Crosshair loses, quite frankly.
If a war is coming, it will be their fight as much as ours. Come along, Hera.
Tech showed me how to scramble a ship's signature. Well, co-pilot, we didn't do too bad. Do you have to go? For now. And keep an eye on your brothers. They need it. Thanks for believing in me.
Oh.
It would seem I underestimated your four friends. If only they were fighting for us instead of against us.
Request permission to hunt them down.
Granted.
Gosh, this music. Ugh, I can't watch another episode again. Okay, I had to watch 3 because the first episode I watched didn't really correlate with the other 2, which is what I was afraid of doing multiple episodes, but I think it's fine. Commentary-wise, it's just easier for me to do it that way, but I wasn't going to stop at the end of episode 11 after I just got young Hera. Like, obviously, I'm going to go to the next one and see how it plays out. So, smart idea on my part. I will start with episode 10, and it does kind of correlate, actually, to episode 11, because both planets and both capital cities were dealing with being overtaken by the Empire, and just kind of their overreach. And both planets were very different from each other in the fact that one was a free planet and one was an actual separatist planet. And both places the Empire was doing an overreach, whether it was extending a curfew, and which I know is not huge, but it always starts out small, right? So then, obviously, on Ryloth, you know, they're building a refinery, which they're just like, but why can't we go there and see what's happening? So obviously, the Empire's up to no good. And in both instances, Clone Force 99 is dispatched to save either Senator Singh or the Syndulas. And Echo a few times had said that he didn't want to help the Separatists, and that he had an issue with the Separatists, and that he didn't trust the Separatists. So Echo echoed that a few times. How apropos. And they have every right to feel that way because they were fighting the Separatists in the Clone Wars. But because the title Common Ground, they could kind of see common ground, where they both were done wrong by the Empire. And Hunter is not wanting to take Omega on the mission, which to me, I don't think it was really that she was wore out or that she needs a break. I think he needed a break from worrying about her, which definitely leaving her with Sid was not going to put him at ease per se. And it wasn't even that Sid wouldn't keep her safe. It's like really Sid's influence is an issue. And I haven't seen her do anything bad with Omega. I mean, you know, she taught her to shoot a weapon, which has served her well, and kind of taught her how to gamble by playing. I don't even know what the game is, and I don't even know the rules of the game. Like, it just seems like I win. That's the game. I win. But, like, you know, is Sid's influence positive? You could certainly spin it that way. Although, I don't know if my parents, when I was a kid, if they hired a babysitter that taught me how to shoot a weapon and how to gamble, if that would be considered a valuable lesson. I guess it depends on the parents. My biggest takeaway, though, from it was that Omega learned to negotiate. And she didn't let Sid take advantage of her, which means that she's got a lot of her brothers in her. And then at the end, Echo, even though he didn't trust the Separatists and he didn't want to help the Separatists, he ended up being supportive in Senator Singh when Senator Singh didn't want to leave his people. And you know, he was there for that plight. And that was really interesting that all of a sudden there was a little bit of humanity with him when it came to the Separatists. And that's how you reach common ground. Yes? Now, episode 11. As soon as I realized that there were Twi'leks, I was kind of like intrigued. And then, you know, they call Hera's mother Syndulla, and I was like, are we gonna get? I didn't know how old Hera was. Was she gonna be baby Hera? But she was like young girl Hera with still her Twi'lek Ryloth accent, which is French, which I'm okay with because I like chopper better than chopper. I might just start saying that. Hera goes on a supply run, and it's actually to obtain weapons that we're getting from Clone Force 99. And I'm actually really loving the friendship that her and Omega have created. You know, just Hera talking about flying and how much she loves it and she's excited for it. And just, there's a lot of poetry in the way she moves her hands when she talks about it. And her telling Omega that flying is more than just the technical stuff, that it's a feeling. I really think we're going to see that put in use later. I think Omega is going to have a moment where it's getting a little rough and she has to use her gut. And she's going to remember what Hera told her. I would love a live action moment between those two. I absolutely would. And I know that, like, we wouldn't get it unless they're older. I mean, because I'm trying to think, because if Boba in Clone Wars is still fairly young, and Omega is young, and Hera is young, and we saw Kanan, and they were probably like maybe like their late to mid 30s in Rebels. I'm trying to think of how old they would be to actually show up in Ahsoka or in any other Disney Plus series, unless they did a prequel series. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm contemplating this. All I know is that I'd be so excited to see those two together as older women, old ladies, Golden Girl style. I don't know. I just think that it would be great to see those two catch up. Hauser, I really like Hauser. I kind of it's funny because there are some clones that they are so devoid of emotion, and then there's other clones where you can see everything written on their face, and he's one of them. He was conflicted the entire time. He was always loyal to the Syndullas. It just was complicated. And he ends up sacrificing himself to, you know, be arrested by the Empire for treason, just so they can get away. And I think that is probably a no greater act of loyalty, not only to the Syndullas, but also to his group, because he wasn't going to leave them behind. And, you know, a couple of them defected with him. I think that that was kind of a cool moment. That they don't have all of the clones in their pocket. And Crosshair is driving me nuts, and I know he can't control it. I know it's the chip, but if Hauser has the chip in his head and he can still feel the things that he does against the Empire, and Crosshair can't, one, I don't know what they did to Crosshair's chip, but two, I just feel like it's probably in him to be this way. And that makes me really sad because he's turning his back on his brothers every single time, and now he wants to hunt down and kill them. I'm at the end of my rope with Crosshair. Okay, guys, that was 3 wonderful episodes. I know I have 4 more left, and I know the last 2 is a part 1 and part 2. I don't know if I should watch all 4 together or if I should do 2 and 2. Let me know. Or a single and a 3. Definitely the last 2 I have to watch together. So anyway, let me know what you think I should do story-wise. What it would be best. I probably should have asked that at the beginning. Hey, how would you group these episodes together? It was not a well thought out plan. Sorry. As usual, like, subscribe. It gives me the heebie-jeebies to even ask. I don't like it. But I will be back soon with the other episodes. Let me know how they need to be grouped together. I beg you, please. All right. I'll see you guys.